The lemon ginger blast? Remember that? I thought you were just introducing me to your friends. That's all I know.
Dan's just trying to trick you all the time. He wants to get you on YouTube without you knowing it.
Now I know he's the ultimate, like Ido, the prankster.
What are you saying?
Ito, man, he is a prankster. Man. He put that.
He'll mess you up, man.
Ido will mess you up.
Over.
Yeah, he got a taste of Ido's
Before you
prank
juice
thing.
that whole juice, maybe we should do that on camera since everybody's gonna want to know. Or not. We could not do it on camera because
Wait,
it's
you finish
loud.
it? You want to finish it together on the camera?
Yeah, because you can
What do you
always
have to do?
part two.
Redo it, re-download it, or add another tape?
No, you can just look over there and wave to everyone. And I've been tricking you guys. So.
Oh,
well, it's hard to get you.
We're being tricked constantly here. Just a prankster,
It's all
a swindler, a
hologram.
huckster.
You're never alone. The camera's always rolling.
Well, you guys, earlier when
This
I
is
was
the
in
real
here with
world.
you guys and you guys were talking and stuff, I thought this would make a great video. So I go grab the camera and then I just set it there and then, well, I'm gonna make some videos later, and then I just press the button and then let you do your thing, so that we could all.
That takes the nervousness out
Well,
of it.
Well, it does. Once you
We're
don't know,
learning to get
like
comfortable
everybody's
in front of
nervous.
the
Are you
camera,
nervous on
so-
camera? Not really, but everybody else is. I'm not. But you're not?
Not
I'm not
really.
nervous on camera.
I don't really get
Not
nervous.
really.
I just get excited. Like,
It just
tons of
changes
people are going
you.
to see this, and
It's
like,
hard to be authentic.
Yeah,
when you're
yeah,
bi-
it's hard to be-
unless you are like, unless that's what you, unless God puts you here to be authentic on camera and be yourself,
Whoa.
then
so we're
it's
still,
hard for people.
so we're still rolling then.
It's rolling.
Right now.
Are we on part two?
I didn't want you guys to know that it was rolling.
Are we on part two right now?
I would say this is part something.
This is real world.
Something's
This is the
happening
real
because-
world.
The little red, when the little red light is on, then
I
you
don't
know
see
that
it.
something's
I'm
happening.
very glad can't see the red light from here.
I can't see it.
Just pretend like you don't know.
I don't know if I
Okay.
truly even believe that it's on right now.
Well,
Happy.
that keeps the mystery and all,
Yeah.
and then we could just do what we
We
do.
can just
and-
continue making this juice
There
and
you go.
keep having these great conversations.
Explain the juice. It's got turmeric and mandarin and
Turmeric, mandarin, and tamarind.
yeah, and so in the tamarind, why? I mean, I know that boron is partially responsible for decalcifying the pineal gland. Do you think that there's a lot of boron in the tamarind?
Yeah, apparently so.
I've been learning about decalcifying the pineal gland. Every breath you take, you're getting more and more calcified, unfortunately.
Tell us why that is, Dan.
Because of all the metallic elements in the air. It's like, I know that they say it's weather
I was
modification,
saying, how are they being put there, Dan?
but then they say, well, I mean, we know what Hitler was doing back with
Right,
the fluoride. That
fluoride.
was obvious. We knew that. And the aluminum companies, and then that was like, oh, let's do that. And, it's like, and then with the metallics that are coming down, they say, oh, it's weather modification, and so the refractory metallic elements move the clouds and refract the sun, but then also there's different chemicals being dropped that modify the soil that makes only certain seeds grow, so that certain seed companies
Exactly.
can just, no regular seeds will grow anymore, only these genetically modified seeds will grow in the soil. But it's also, I believe, I have no proof that there's human modification.
There is.
And that's why everyone's driving around in a zone, and that's why we have to continue to eat the raw living foods, fast, pray, juice, meditate,
Sun,
keep
air.
our bloodstream clean.
Whoa.
That's why when I came home and breathed the fresh air with my air purifier,
Mm-hmm.
my whole everything was for 2 weeks. I had no fresh air
Yeah.
in South Carolina. I mean, I went to the beach, and when I was there, I would feel great. But then I'd go back to this motel room, and there was construction, and I could smell the diesel coming into my room. There was nothing I could do because I had to work. And when I go out to the beach every day I'd go to the beach, go for a swim. It's 40 degrees, and I'd be breathing and exercising, and then I'd feel better. And then when I got here and I get the fresh air, once you get the fresh air, then your blood can purify itself.
Changes
Other
everything.
than that, I mean, what do you think, Lou? Don't you think oxygen is the #1 source of detoxification? The lungs? I mean, through the blood?
Well, it's very powerful, and I mean, let's just suppose that we're in a decent area where we can breathe some decent air.
This is
right?
decent. Vallejo's
Yeah, it's nice here.
better than LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
LA is like, you can't see your hand in front of your face, man.
Aw.
Oh,
I
come
know-
on! I'm serious.
I know I have a
I'm
place up
serious,
in
dude.
Washington State where the air is nice.
We're just trying to relocate you. That's
But
all.
I'm in Newport Beach right now, close to the beach in Orange County, not LA. So you know.
It's a little bit better because it
Yeah,
does come
there's-
in that way.
There's a nice
Swoosh it
breeze.
inwards.
Mhm. Yeah, so it's definitely a breeze going on.
I'm just saying, Sophia. When I went to the park with Steve Factor and I went up to that hill and I
Yeah.
looked, it was just
Rugged.
one big brown cloud, of pinky browny grayish.
It's pretty scary.
Yeah.
It's
Filth.
scary.
And I was like, every breath I take, I didn't even want to breathe.
Wait,
Oh
that
my
doesn't
gosh,
sound right.
Lou, you scared us. We need a Blendtec.
Oh lordy.
Hey, did you ever see that one where they took the Blendtec and threw a cell phone in there and just busted it all up?
And I never did, but I imagine. And what happened? The Vitamix just
After
exploded.
after that, I went in and got a Blendtec.
Everybody is now
Oh,
looking
really?
up that video on YouTube,
Which one? That
putting
one?
a cell phone inside
Everyone's
of a
now looking
Blendtec
it
in.
Well, that's how I bought. That's
I
why
haven't seen
when I
that.
saw the
I
video
haven't
of the Toyota Tundra pulling the space station, that's when I said I'm gotta get a Tundra.
Do you
No,
want to
no,
go
no,
to the moon?
What really got me on the Blendtec, because I went through 2 Vitamixes over the years, many years. So I was going to get another Vitamix, but then I heard about the Blendtec being an extra horsepower for $100 less. So I thought, hey, I'll save a little money and get an extra horsepower. Why not? Try it. So I went ahead and got a Blendtec. I've had it for years and years and years.
How do you do without the push stick on it though?
It's
Think that's
different.
what, it's
Because
different.
the
the
blade,
horsepower.
the blade is
It works.
sucks it right in. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You got me. I'm gonna have to get a Blendtec.
It doesn't mean a Vitamix is a bad blender. It's a great blender. I mean, I like it. I just
Can you fill the Blendtec for the coconut almond yogurt though? Or
where
you
can-
have to go half again, 3/4.
I still make it a small,
Half.
about half of what you just did. But the thing is, it comes out creamy.
The
It
turmeric.
comes out real creamy. I like the
great.
creaminess that it comes out like,
With the Blendtec, it's a little creamier. With this, with the Vitamix, it's a little chunkier.
Right.
In a
Yeah.
spoon.
It's that
Well, we
extra
got some
horsepower.
yogurt over here. The DTM style is full on, man. I hook it up.
Okay, so we were talking about
Maybe
massive
have that for dinner.
responsibility, but what I really want to get a chance to talk to you about on camera, because it's something I think about a lot, is the mucoid plaque.
Back to the.
I can't get off of it
okay.
because I'm still trying to get it out, and I
There's
obviously
no such thing as mucoid plaque, Sophia.
that's what a lot of people will say. A lot of people will say that there's no such thing, but Dan's seen it, Lou's seen it come out, and you've seen it come out of a lot of your clients too, right?
Yeah.
And any clinician that's done deep tissue detoxification has seen it, and all the myriad of strange alien creatures that go along with it.
Right.
Right there, to just look at, take pictures.
Maybe it's just easier to believe that it doesn't exist.
I think people are scared of it.
I think it's something to bring up. It's a very misunderstood misnomer, and there's a lot of medical doctors that have done a lot of colonoscopies, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't see this massive mucoid plaquing going on, but they can only go up so far in their reading with a colonoscopy. They only go just a few feet up. There's a one-way valve where the small intestinal tract and the large intestinal tract meets, and so they're not going to go any further than that.
That there?
Yes. And so, years ago, when I did a 45-day watermelon fast, all I ate was watermelon. So every time I got hungry, I would slice some watermelon, sprinkle a little bit of lemon on it, a little dash of cayenne.
That's my
And
favorite.
now we just eat the watermelon, throughout the day. But the first 40 days, I had to test it first. Just a small amount. Okay.
It needs to be Lou approved.
Right.
I don't think that has approval.
I need to change it up,
Oh.
I knew it.
but I'm gonna.
Oh.
So
Now you're gonna throw the pineapple in, blend it?
I could, or I could juice it and then pour it in there.
To
You
all
can-
our
I already
amazing
put-
viewers,
I
this
already-
is now tamarind, turmeric, what else? Mandarin, and pineapple.
Now can you say that 3
Was
times
it not
fast?
sweet enough?
No, I could barely say it one time.
Well, I need some more mandarin, but we already used it up. So
It was a little bit strong with the turmeric.
Yeah, and there's only one orange.
One
brother, man.
orange, yeah.
that's okay. Do me a favor.
this.
Rinse this out for me before I.
You wanna do it?
Go ahead, babe. I need to use the restroom.
Yeah, the turmeric can be pretty strong when it's like fresh like that. But it's really strong. Oh, it's all hot up there, I think. Oh boy.
That's the only part about the blending. Get in that with fiber.
Here, we gotta.
Just
Take
put
it
back
off.
in.
It's not gonna come out like that though.
What I'm gonna try is,
Blend it?
yeah, we may break it all up because we have most of it out of there now.
Okay.
It worked last time I did it, so.
How'd it go? It was all knotted. Like
Yeah,
on
around the
the blade.
blade.
You know, there's-
Cool.
wanna start now?
Just a little bit. There we go. That's good. Very good. Crazy.
You guys did not tell me, dude. I am having a great hair day.
You always have a great hair day, though.
No, that's not true. But today is particularly.
I think your hair always
No.
looks so good. I'll make sure to mention it. Your hair looks fantastic
No, I
today.
just because you know I'm
No,
pretty critical.
It really has gotten
It's gotten-
much more amazing
You
for
should
sure.
see. I mean, you should see. Look at the new little ones growing in, man.
Oh
See?
yeah, yeah.
From the.
You want to hear something funny? So I got the big Morocco Method, whatever they packaged together, and with it, you know, all the shampoos, the conditioners, all, and within it was some hairspray. And I thought, I can't stand hairspray. I will never use this. You know what that hairspray is good for? For trying to put down all those little hairs that are
Yeah.
growing in new, standing up all over. So that
Really?
hairspray serves a purpose.
Which so,
I think we
but
have
it's
it.
not. But it's right. Oh no,
Is
this
that
is the
it?
volume
That's
I missed. Anyways,
And it's not like a hairspray. It just
Nah, dude, it's-
so that you
Yeah, I
can
don't
kind
like
of.
hairspray, regular hairspray
You
either.
can see. You could even see you have some of the,
Yeah,
the
the
little
little
new growths
baby
that are
hairs.
standing up all over. And one day I got done straightening my hair and I'm looking in the mirror and I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to do something about all these little hairs that are standing up. And I thought, I know. I'll try a little bit of that hairspray. Like 1 or 2 sprays went like this. It doesn't
good.
get hard and all the little new hair
That's a
growth.
nice little
How can we help you?
Yeah.
Morocco Method plug.
Tip, yeah. Oh, no, it wasn't.
No,
Okay,
it's good
okay.
though. They got great stuff.
They
I
do.
love that
It's
company.
amazing.
Ooh, that looks really good.
Yeah, it is.
it's Lou approved.
Yeah.
Lou Corona approved, man. That's
So this is good for removing
that's a
plaque.
tough one.
Plus it's also great for inflammation, remember? A lot of people have inflammation, don't even know it.
Yeah.
Most people.
We need to talk about that. We need to get down and talk about this stuff.
So, anyways,
baby.
we got. I think there's a couple minutes left on this reel.
Should we say a little prayer
But-
over our drink?
Yeah, and then I want to ask another question, just because you know a lot of there's a, you know just to clear some things up. you
Sure,
know,
sure.
About the mucoid.
Well, next to giving a special thank you for that who made us, I'd like to ask that this drink should be so blessed that it will cleanse, heal, regenerate, balance, harmonize every cell within our bodies, leaving us radiant, strong, and vibrant with abundance of energy, and happier and more fulfilled than ever, and continue living a peaceful, harmonious, joyous, prosperous, contributing life to one another and to everyone out there in the world. Amen to that.
Amen.
Amen.
Hell. Ooh. Nice.
Ooh, that's wonderful.
That's so good.
Oh, that would be good with some of that
Oh wow.
habanero powder.
That'll take it a notch up.
That would be good.
Hey, somebody asked me, hey Sulu, if you don't lay out in the sun, where do you get that tan from? And I go, it's not the tan, it's the cayenne. Right? Maybe I should say habanero.
Specify.
Hey, I wouldn't mind a little
Yeah.
speck of that habanero.
Yeah. Well, I'll pull out the habanero. I was. That's why
That's
I said.
really good.
I mean, might as well.
This is incredible, just like it is.
it.
I
I'll
don't
get a
think I
little
would
spoon here,
even.
bro.
What about that other one? Just for the fun of for the viewers, huh? The ghost
You
pepper?
wants to check out early in life?
Not at all. Not at all.
This stuff you don't play with, because I'll tell you right now, this is like
Just a little speck, man. That's all you need.
a whole habanero right there.
I want a
Wow,
tiny bit of that,
that's
but not
amazing.
a lot. No, that's too much.
Stir it up with this or with that. Here. I'm going crazy, baby.
I don't want to go that crazy, but I'll try a
For
little.
anyone who's curious, this
Wow.
isn't really the type of YouTube video that I
Definitely
make.
has a little kick to it, all right?
I make this habanero powder myself. You can't find habanero powder in the store. Well, no, you can.
Well,
it's
it's-
pretty rare.
Mm-hmm.
I might even want a little bit more, baby.
Oh, I really like this.
Nice, huh?
How is
So
it with
good.
This is
the?
incredible.
How is
So
it with
unique.
the? Does the kick give it a little kind of cool?
I barely tasted actually.
It'll
Very
take,
nice.
Takes a minute to.
It'll get you. Just wait.
I can see it's one of those slow build heats, but it's still. I think I could have used even a little more actually.
Yeah, when you use the powders, it kicks in later.
Right.
The habanero oils, like there it is. It's like, oh, that's mellow, but then later on, it's like, and then you start beads of sweat start pouring down your head.
I feel it.
Anyway, so we were talking about like the mucoid plaque on 95% raw, but 100% raw is really good for mucoid plaque to get it out of there. 100% raw juicing.
Would you say it's necessary?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like in your experience so far after these years, in your personal experience of removing the mucoid plaque,
Thank you.
intensive detoxification protocols, like 45 days on
A
watermelon.
little more, please. That's good. Thank you.
So in your experience, like things really must have took off for you at the 100% raw level. And then there's various levels of 100% raw. You could be 100% total raw gourmet and not really get that far, but bring in the juicing and the fruits.
You know
Go
what?
girl.
This is a very powerful topic you're opening
What?
up to. I don't know how much time you have left.
I can take a look
Now-
and then
now that I
I'll let you
realize-
know how much time is
Smell
left.
It smells like cheese to me.
So yeah, there's actually 13
Cheesy
minutes
was
left.
so
So if you want to
fantastic.
address mucoid plaque for 13 minutes,
Oh
that'd
yes,
be
more
cool
than
then.
plenty. Yeah, more than plenty.
Yum.
You guys ready to hear this? Mucoid plaquing.
I want the truth.
Mucoid plaquing 101. Give it to us raw.
Sophia is begging for the information here.
I want the truth.
Because I just did a parasite cleanse. Some of my viewers know that I've been on a parasite cleanse, but after talking to you, I'm probably gonna end up redoing it pretty soon because I was having so many cravings, and I ended up slipping into cooked foods again, and just it wasn't enough action as far as the food goes. I didn't stay enough on like the super high raw, like anti-parasitic foods, but yeah. Anyways, take it away. Sorry.
It's good.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Catching up with you now. Huh?
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's good though. It's got to really activate this and just open everything up and get everything
See?
deeper in there.
You look like you've been in the sun now.
She's like,
Instant tan.
Okay, take it away.
You want to know about the mucoid
101.
plaquing?
Are you sure?
I need to know. I feel like if I'm going to
Well, see,
continue
this is
to
something
thrive.
that most people don't really want to know about.
Tell us about the woman.
we want to know.
Yeah, we want to know.
This is like one of those topics that we just kind of like stuff it. We hide
Yeah,
it. We
people
don't
are
talk about
grossed
it.
out by it.
But we'll
I mean,
drink
we don't-
juice
we
and
don't
talk
talk
about
about-
it. Here we go.
I don't get grossed out
We
by
don't, we
anything.
don't talk about poo poo in conversation,
I do.
right?
As you saw
I mean,
earlier.
in a way, we're in the poop industry here.
Raw foodists talk about poop.
Around
That's
here,
what they
yeah.
do.
Around here,
It's like second nature.
Yeah, it's a common word.
You just gotta
I actually heard that the quality of your life depends on the quality of your poop. So I think it's really important that we talk about it.
Great point.
Yeah.
Great point.
I mean, you poop when you're born, you poop when you die, and you really just need to have it going clear and flowing through the whole time.
girl, you tell him.
Yeah.
Say it like it is. Say it like it is.
Yes.
So how are we gonna have the best poop ever?
Otherwise,
Please
you're
tell us.
backed up. Constipation Nation.
Well, I remember I
No
had
wonder everybody's so grouchy, right?
No.
I had 3 older brothers and 2 younger sisters, and then my parents. And as I was growing up and everything, I noticed that every time anybody went to the bathroom and anybody that went to the bathroom after somebody left the bathroom, they always would make comments like, what died, or, you know what I mean? Or gross, or evil, or wicked, and, you know. So the odor was really powerful, you know, in a very ugly way. And I find that this is very common in the industry everywhere I've been. I've been all over the world for the most part, and the same story. So back in the day when I was going through this whole cleansing regime, one of the things that I did, besides going on herbs for 2 months and water, and a lot of evil stuff came out of my body. And you know, really, I thought I was done. But then I did watermelon for 45 days, and more black, wicked, wormy, evil stuff came out of my body, and it definitely wasn't watermelon. Right? And so about the last 5 days is when I could really tell it was watermelon pulp coming out of my body. But before that, it certainly wasn't watermelon. It was some old stuff of the past. And even as such, after all that, when I did a 40-day water fast, about the 10th day in that water fast, I went to do a colonic on myself, and this long thing like this came out of my body. It felt like a snake crawling out of my body.
Oh.
And it happened. It happened in the bathtub. I did a colonic therapy on my own in the bathtub. Water had already come in my body and out of my body for an hour, and then after that I was done, and I stopped and I rested for a few minutes, and all of a sudden, this long rubbery thing, sometimes they call it the rubber hose, came out of my body, and it literally looked like an intestinal tract.
Wow.
The shape of an intestinal tract. And I looked up and I saw it, and I go, whoa! You know, like, whoa! What is that? You know, kind of like thing, you know? And then I remember poking at it like it's alive or something. You know, I touched it and I go, it was rubbery. And it wasn't like alive, like a snake or anything, but it seemed like, you know, because it crawled out of me, it felt like a snake crawling out of my body. It just like slipped right out of me. Too much. And then, but I touched the thing, and it sprung back.
I'm getting queasy, Dan. Dan's getting queasy.
Really?
Look at his face.
You know, earlier he said that he could handle being in front of a camera like no big deal. But in telling the story,
I'm not talking about spongy mucoid snakes.
Wait till I get started on the parasites.
here's the
Still, it is kind of the visuals.
and the clincher is that when I took this long stick that I had to help the waste go down the toilet, down the drain of the bathtub, as I broke it up, the odor was evil and wicked, and I saw things, and I realized no longer shall I eat animals again, because I saw little animals in there. And I tell you what, anybody that wants to eat meat and fish and chicken and beef and pork, have at it, but not this guy. I've been there, done it, I've seen it, I see what goes in, what goes out, and what I ate before. I know what I ate before.
And that
So-
wasn't it?
Say it again.
When you had the watermelon and whatnot, you're like, that ain't watermelon.
Oh, I knew it wasn't watermelon. It was something else. It was all my past way of doing things, you know. So when I say that when we cook food, the body becomes acidic, and the body actually manufactures mucus lining on the tract, in the inner wall of the intestinal tract, and it builds layer by layer by layer through time, and that the mucus that we actually manufacture is actually on purpose, because when we cook food, it's so acidic that the body will manufacture mucus to protect you from the acids.
Right.
Right? It's just like the body will manufacture fat to store toxins, these excess toxins that we accumulate in our bodies. The body will manufacture fat to store these toxins. So when you're trying to get rid of some excess weight that you might have, what you're really doing is, you know, people get into these weight loss programs, but really what we need to do is clean up and detoxify. And
Right.
start getting rid of the candida, the parasites, the bacteria, the yeast and all that. start breaking that stuff up and releasing it from the body. But how do you do that? By stop putting it in the first place.
So you really like 100% raw, and your clients that go 100% raw see way better
Well,
results.
here's the thing. If you want 80% results, you know, then go 80% raw.
Yeah.
You know, if you want 100% results and you want to get the results quicker, then go 100%.
So, but seriously though, like, is this just some fanatical dude that's talking, or is this 40, or do you have 40 years of experience working with people
Well,
and yourself?
you know, I've been
Because a
living.
lot of people are going to think that, oh, that's fanatical. I can eat some whatever, steam this or
Look,
fry
I
that.
came from a very conventional
baked.
lifestyle. My first 21 years of my life, I ate my beef, my chicken, my turkey, my pork, fish, whatever.
Pizza.
I ate pizzas, pepperoni pizzas, cheese
Milk.
pizzas, pineapple pizzas. I mean, I did them all. Burgers,
Quesadillas, frijoles.
quesadillas, frijoles, carne
The list goes
asada,
on.
you know, tamales. I mean, I did Mexican, Italian, lasagnas. I did it all. And I have to tell you, maybe I didn't smoke, drink, or take drugs in my life, but food was my, I would say, addiction. Of course, at that time, I didn't know it was an
It
addiction.
was like your weapon against yourself.
You might say. You might say. But I didn't even know I was in a self-destructive
The
mode.
slow suicide
You were
caused
unaware.
by food.
I was unaware that I was actually slowly killing myself with the food I was eating. I had no idea. In fact, unfortunately, there's a lot of parents that are feeding their kids
Absolutely.
and actually, what do you call it?
Junk food?
Junk food, whatever, cooked food, processed foods, the foods that parents are feeding their kids, they don't even know it, but they're actually poisoning their own kids and don't even know it because they're unaware. You know, people think you have to feed your children beef or turkey or fish and, you know, milk and cheese and, you know, you have to eat these things to give them strength and give them muscle and power, right? Give them protein. It's important, right? They're thinking they're doing the right thing, but little do they know, we weren't even designed to eat animals in the first place, from the get-go. I was raised on it myself. You know, isn't it interesting that here I'm dying in bed, I've got this big tumors behind my head, I have acne and asthma, and I'm dying, literally dying. But when I was embraced by this light, and when I was told and instructed I was to abstain from all flesh and take living foods, and even though I didn't understand what that meant at the time, but the next day, when I was taken through a bunch of scriptures and shown in validation of what that meant, and then right after that I met this guy, and I'm telling you, I really thought he was early 30s when I met him, but he was in his 50s. So this man had traveled the world for 30 years learning natural healing, studying the longest living people in the world, and he lived with people living 120 plus years in different parts of the world. He learned a lot from those people. Masterful people. Amazing people. And they lived on fresh fruits and vegetables, fresh herbs in the natural state. They didn't cook anything. They took the seeds and nuts or whatever, they would soak them in water and they would bust it up and culturize it and eat foods like that. And they lived a very simple natural lifestyle. They would breathe, they would walk, they would spend a lot of time on the earth, be well grounded, and they drank the glacier water, or you know, the pure alkaline structure water that we talk about. They lived a very simple life, very spiritual people, but powerful people. And so when he taught me how to apply these 4 principles and put them to action and really apply them in my life, isn't it interesting that 6 months later, you know, during those 6 months, all this mucoid plaque came out of my body, the worms and this evil black stuff came out of my body, and all this tumor dissolved, the acne went away, the asthma went away, all this stuff went away in those 6 months, and then I became well. And so living the lifestyle, I've learned to realize there's times when I ate cooked food, even after I was all healed and I came home to visit my family. You know, my family couldn't understand, so they would kind of like talk to me about eating a little bit of cooked food, just to make them feel better.
And
So-
you did that.
So I did that, and
What,
I appeased.
what were the results?
The results
Good,
was
bad, ugly?
the results was I woke up the next day feeling comatose. I felt like I had been drugged. Yeah, the next day.
Eat the living food, and the same will quicken you.
That's how
So
most
then-
people walk around,
Yeah.
feeling drugged, almost comatose. How we were talking about earlier.
Mhm.
You know?
And so when I came back, when I left and went back to my way of doing things, I cleaned up. I also fasted. I did a lot of fasting, so I cleaned up, flushed my whole system out, got cleaned up, got back on the